Boom! Silence filled the room as the black CEO's own husband raised his hand and slapped her in front of everyone. What happened next shocked the entire family, changed many lives forever, and revealed secrets no one expected. Shock erupted at the black CEO's party. The music was loud. Champagne glasses were clinking. Guests were laughing, dancing, and celebrating success, wealth, and power inside the grand mansion. But inside the heart of the celebration, tension was quietly building. Tonight was supposed to be a happy night for Amara Johnson, a powerful and successful CEO known across business circles for building her own billion-dollar tech company from nothing. People respected her. Some feared her business intelligence. Others admired her confidence and independence. But no one knew that behind the expensive dresses, luxury cars, and business success, Amara was fighting battles at home that no one ever saw. Tonight would change everything. The perfect party with hidden tension. Amara was standing near the huge glass window of her mansion, looking outside at the city lights. She was wearing a beautiful black and gold gown that symbolized power, elegance, and control. Guests were arriving, congratulating her on her company's latest international expansion deal. "Congratulations, Mrs. Johnson. You are an inspiration to young women everywhere," one guest said. Amara smiled politely, but her smile was tired. Her husband, Daniel Johnson, was supposed to be by her side welcoming guests. Instead, he was standing across the hall talking loudly with his friends, drinking more than usual. Daniel was once proud of Amara's success. But over time, something changed. Success sometimes creates distance in relationships when ego and jealousy start growing silently. The family secret nobody talked about. Amara and Daniel's marriage had started with love. They met years ago when Amara was still struggling to build her company. Daniel was supportive then. He helped her manage paperwork, attended meetings, and encouraged her dreams. But when Amara's company became successful, everything changed. Daniel stopped feeling like a partner and started feeling like he was living in her shadow. Friends whispered behind his back. Family members compared their achievements. And Daniel slowly started feeling insecure. Instead of communicating his feelings, he buried them inside anger and pride. Tonight, that anger was ready to explode. The argument before the disaster around 9:30 p.m., Amara noticed Daniel acting strange. He was drinking too much. "Daniel, you should slow down," she whispered quietly when she approached him. Daniel laughed bitterly. "Why? Because you are the boss of everything now?" he said loudly, making a few guests turn their heads. Amara kept her calm. "Not everything is about power. I just don't want you to embarrass yourself in front of our guests." Those words were like fuel to fire. Daniel's face changed. "You think I embarrass you?" he said angrily. Amara grabbed his hand gently. "Let's talk privately." But Daniel pulled his hand away. "No, let everyone hear this," he said loudly. The music in the background suddenly felt quieter, as if the universe itself was holding its breath. The moment that shocked everyone, Daniel suddenly raised his voice. "You are rich now, successful now. You don't even need me anymore, right?" he shouted. Guests started looking uncomfortable. Amara tried to remain calm. "Daniel, you are my husband. I never said I don't need you." But Daniel was already too deep in his emotions. "You treat me like I am nothing," he yelled. Before Mara could respond, Daniel stepped closer. The room went completely silent. Even the background music seemed to fade. Then it happened. Slap. The sound was loud, clear, shocking. Daniel had slapped Amara across her face in front of her family members, business partners, and friends. Gasps filled the room. Someone dropped a glass. A woman screamed softly. Time felt like it stopped. The CEO, who did not cry, everyone expected Amara to cry, to shout, to collapse emotionally. But Amara did something unexpected. She slowly turned her face back toward Daniel. Her eyes were calm, cold, controlled. The mark of the slap was slowly appearing on her cheek, but she did not touch it. Instead, she spoke in a low, dangerous tone. "You just made the biggest mistake of your life," she said quietly. Daniel suddenly realized what he had done. His friends were staring at him in shock. His own family members looked disgusted. But the damage was already done. Amara's power was not just business. It was control. Amara walked slowly toward the center of the hall. Everyone watched. She raised her hand, not to hit Daniel back, but to signal the music to stop. The DJ immediately stopped playing. "I want everyone to listen," she said firmly. Her voice was strong but controlled. "I built my company from nothing. I survived poverty, betrayal, and hardship. I did not become successful to be disrespected in my own home." Guests remained silent. Amara continued, "Marriage is not about control. It is about respect. And tonight, respect was broken." She turned toward Daniel. "I loved you when I had nothing. I respected you when I had nothing. My success never removed you from my life. Your insecurity removed you from mine." Those words hit harder than any physical slap ever could. The family intervention, Daniel's mother suddenly stepped forward. "Daniel, apologize immediately," she shouted. But Daniel was shaking, not from anger anymore, from fear. He had realized he crossed a line that could not be easily repaired. Slowly, he tried to speak. I didn't mean," but Amara raised her hand to stop him. "Don't apologize because you are afraid," she said. "Apologize because you understand respect." The unexpected announcement Amara took a deep breath. Then she made an announcement that shocked everyone even more. "This party is over." Guests started whispering. Then she continued, "Daniel and I will not continue this conversation tonight, but I will not tolerate violence in my life. Not from strangers, not from friends, and not from my own husband." She walked upstairs toward her private room. The crowd remained silent. Daniel stood there, realizing his life was about to change forever. The night that changed everything upstairs, Amara finally allowed herself to cry, not because of pain, but because of disappointment. She remembered the man Daniel once was, the supportive partner, the loving husband. But success, ego, and insecurity had slowly destroyed their relationship. Meanwhile, downstairs, Daniel was sitting alone, realizing that love cannot survive without respect. His friends were leaving, his family was disappointed, and his marriage was now hanging on a very thin thread. The morning after the next morning, Amara called her lawyers, not immediately for divorce, but to discuss protection and legal boundaries. She was not acting out of revenge. She was acting out of self-respect. Later that day, Daniel came to talk to her privately. He was crying. "I am sorry," he said repeatedly. Amara listened quietly. Then she spoke. "Love is not supposed to feel like fear," she said. "If you want to save this marriage, you must first fix yourself." Daniel understood. Real change would take time. The lesson behind the story, this story is not just about a slap. It is about pride, respect, insecurity, and emotional maturity. Success can change people. But true strength is not about wealth or power. True strength is controlling emotions even when provoked. Amara's reaction showed leadership. Daniel's mistake showed how insecurity can destroy love.